Hello everybody, I'm Square Eye Jack. Today I'll be showing you a small part of what goes into making a Square Eye Jack video, specifically reviews. Let me know if you'd like to see the making of some other types of videos. I'd just like to say that this is my method and I don't encourage you to copy it. I've been making videos since before it was cool, so I've developed my own way of doing things. While I've studied those before me, I'd consider myself self-taught, and that's another thing. I'm not going to be teaching you how to do this. I'm just looking to pull back the curtain so that hopefully you can learn something and adapt it into your own style. Now I do my reviews in 4 steps: playing the game, writing the script, shooting the video, and editing the video. But before all of that is deciding what to review. This can actually be one of the hardest steps. I've found in my travels that terrible games make it easier to write for due to all the things you can pick apart. But so many people do bad games that it's gotten stale in my opinion, which is why I try to blend that in with games that are good. These reviews can be harder to write for though, in terms of jokes and making an entertaining video. Obviously the word review gets thrown around a lot, but really, these videos are designed to be primarily entertainment and serious reviews second. So I'll be working on my Contra video while I do this. This is a game that will be, I hate the word easy, but it is. It will be an easy write for me as I've been developing ideas for this video for a while. So step 1, playing the game. This part of the process is definitely the easiest. It's just me, by myself, playing the game like I normally would. While I do this, I'm recording the game footage to be used later. I have a video on how that all works, but it's not very good. There are a few ways to do this. The first is to record one long video of the whole experience that, depending on the game, could last an hour, 2, 3, 5, 10, or even more. I don't do this. Depending on the game, I record each level, mission, whatever, as separate files. Doing this requires a lot of sorting to get everything organised, but that is my preferred way. For this video, however, because a single playthrough of the game is under 30 minutes, I'll be recording my entire playthroughs. I keep all of my footage stored across multiple hard drives in case I ever need anything. You could argue that I hoard the stuff. Aside from that, I'm also taking notes of anything I might want to talk about in the video. Generally I write things like, best part of the game is jumping to the music, stupid magnet, or even something as simple as backstab to remind me of that happening. I recommend if you're recording long single pieces of video to take note of the time when things happen, so that you can easily find what you're looking for while editing. So how long do I play the game for? I generally try to beat the main story of the game. For some games, I may want to 100% for the sake of the video, or just so I can add it to the 100% list. For compilation reviews where I look at multiple games, I'll play until I have enough notes to talk about each game. Once I get all of that done, I'll begin stage 2, writing the script. I feel like it's obvious by this point, but all of the reviews are scripted. I can't sit down and just have it happen. I need to develop it over time. I also do any research in this stage. Script writing can be fun, but it can also be a real chore. The Symphony of the Night review is a perfect example. It took me much longer than usual because after playing through, I didn't really have anything to pick at, good or bad. It took me putting the game back in and talking with the guy at work while playing the game on an emulator for an hour or so to generate some big points. I was also suffering with a big case of writer's block. If you're unfamiliar, this is when you can't think of anything and don't feel creative, most likely due to feeling burnt out. After my Enter the Dragonfly review, I was hit hard with it. While that video practically wrote itself, it was still an epic video to produce. So because I was burnt out from it, as well as other things in my personal life, I really struggled up until July to even write my scripts. Like I said before, these are designed as a form of entertainment. That is normally the hardest part for me, being funny. If the jokes don't come to me while playing, then I'm fucked. I try to write my scripts as if I was in the room with the viewer, to an extent. That's why the bad language comes out, as I tend to follow my notes, but write directly from my thoughts. I swear a lot in real life, so it just sort of makes its way into the videos, and while it's not going anywhere, I've become more conscious of it, and I do my best to keep it to a minimum. Enter the Dragonfly is another good example. I finished the script and realised I'd finished with a fuck. I searched the word and there were so many that I decided to write that in as a joke with the fuck counter. To top it off, I added a rambling mess of fucks at the end to bump the counter up, and that was a big part of the video, and it was essentially an accident. So once my scripts are done and I've checked over it to make sure I'm happy with it, it's time to shoot the video. I set my camera and mic up to the best of my ability, load my script up on the TV and smash it out. It generally takes about 30 to 40 minutes to do on-screen stuff. While I'm writing, I colour code my script so I know what I'm doing. Yellow is when I appear on screen speaking in front of the shelf, blue is when I'm speaking on screen anywhere else, green is for camera shots where I'm not talking on screen, and pink represents any sort of Photoshop jokes or anything of that nature. I film all of my yellow and blue parts, and when that's done, I'll film all of the green. Depending on what I'm doing, that can be as easy as console shots to setting up a ladder and jumping off of it in a commando roll fashion. Now that that's done, I'll sit down with my script and read through it in a single go. An important skill to learn is the skill of acting with your voice. Put simply, I don't want to sound like I'm reading. I use Audacity to record my audio. It's free and it gets the job done. Once I've recorded that, I'll edit out all of the mistakes and clean it up as best as I can so that I have one long perfect take. Once all of that is done, it's time for the editing, and again, this can be the most fun or the shittiest part about the whole experience. Depends what sort of mood my computer is in. The program I use to edit with is PowerDirector 12. The reason I use it is because it came with my EasyCap way back when. It was better than Windows Movie Maker and I didn't know how to illegally patch better stuff at the time. Movie Maker is a very basic program, and Premiere, Vegas and Final Cut are all industry standard programs, which means that they can get quite technical. I look at PowerDirector as a middle ground. You can do all that advanced stuff like the industry standard programs, but it's dumbed down and easy to understand. I'll most likely use this for the rest of time, but I wouldn't recommend it. If you want to edit, then get the industry standard stuff. The only one of those I've used is Premiere, so I'll recommend that, I suppose. Just play around with all of them, they all have free trials, so see what suits you best. Editing is simple. I load in all of my game footage, video of myself, audio, and then I edit. I'm not going to teach you how to edit. If you want to learn, just start doing it. That's how I learned everything I know. I've still got lots to learn and I'll never know everything, but I've worked to my skills and found out how to do certain things certain ways. You may notice that I just have game music in the background of my videos. This is just the way I prefer to do it, as it sounds cleaner as well as allowing you to get a feel for the music quality in the game. You could use the audio directly from the game footage with sound effects, etc, but then you need to try and make it sound clean with all of the cut up audio. I've done this from time to time, but I don't prefer it. If I have a special intro or a heavily edited segment in the video, I'll edit those separately. That's a downside to PowerDirector, you only get the one workspace. Once they're done, I'll render them out and simply place them in where needed. As for my outro, I have a separate file with all of the bits in place that I can insert at the end, add what's needed, and there you go, review complete. Generally, while that renders, I'll whip up a thumbnail for the video. These are one of the most important factors to the success of a video. I don't focus a lot on channel branding, having matching thumbnails and all of that, aside from my top 10s. While I'm sure it's better to have recurring features through your thumbnails to help people recognize your videos, I feel like it takes some of the fun away. Just my opinion, of course. You may notice one recurring theme across all my thumbnails, review or not, is that I'm in majority of them. When people subscribe to a channel, it's generally because they can relate to the personality of that channel and are willing to sign up for whatever the creator will throw at them. Because I'm featured in my videos, that means my face is a selling point. Hard to believe, I know. By putting my face in my thumbnails, that instantly lets people know that that particular video is a Square-Eyed Jack video. The same thing can be said about thumbnails such as these. I know that this is a Funhouse video, this is a JonTron video, this is a Cinemassacre video, and this is a Master J video. This comes back to the branding, so that's why I'm in all of the thumbnails. But enough about me, how do I make my thumbnails? With a totally legit and non-pirated version of Photoshop. I don't put a lot of effort into these, I'll be honest. Something in the background relative to the video, maybe a character, logo, the word review, done. These are seriously the quickest part of the whole process. That is about it really. The entire process can take anywhere from 10 to 30 plus hours, and that includes playing the game. I don't really keep track of it. I could potentially pump these reviews out weekly, but I choose not to, primarily for my own sanity, but also because I'll run out of creativity and you guys will get burnt out with too many videos to watch. Trust me, it happens. I hope you learnt something from this and I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe and share. I'm Square Eyed Jack and have a great fucking day. Thanks for watching.